Hey, peace to everybody. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting what I got going on. It's another edition of Solomon Soul. I'm right here now in Forest Park, man. I'm actually here at Dr. Supreme Understanding's garden. This is something that he's doing for the community of Forest Park as a way to kind of show them how to grow, vegetables and fruit. It's going to beautify the area. And, this is the only place I could actually catch him. So he should be coming down in any moment right now. He's back there talking with his staff. While he's doing that, though, I want to show you guys some of his products, some of the things that we're going to be kind of covering today. This is one of his books, How to Hustle and Win, Part 2. I started reading it about a decade ago, man. Very influential text. Rappers, entertainers, people in prison, people in all walks of life have all delved into it. And so I had to get the man behind it. And that's all we on today, man. That's what we're going to be focusing on. This is him in the background. As you can see, he about what he say. He actually doing the work.
I'm trying to work.
Damn, I done hyped him up saying he knew what he was doing.
I know how the other tools work. It's not that one.
It's not that one in particular. Hey, well, look, brother, pleasure to be here talking to you, man. You were hard to get hold of, dog. I think your last interview was like 4 years ago, man.
That is correct. That might be, yeah. I don't know.
You ducking, man? You ducking the people?
No, that's a very good question. It's a good question. So I'll tell you why I did an interview with you. You are a reader. You alum. I said college. I wanted to reclaim my whole community as a school teacher. I'm a school teacher. So you might I'm sure that you come from a whole different background, way of thinking, family, all that. Like we have very much in common. So I'm like, you know what, this one is gonna be a good one. But you see, he had to come out and meet me in the birth. We got a whole table set up at a garden project.
I gotta tell the people, when I reached out to you, the first thing he said was, you can come put on me and get some work in. I said, "Fat, I'm trying to sit here," like he said, I'm trying to get fly. I'm trying to sit here and talk and build, but man, I had to bring the sweats out, man. I was like, fuck it, man, I'm out here doing what we gotta do. But bro, I appreciate you building.
Yeah, he been out here lifting rocks, putting rocks in the garden.
And we got this set up on rocks, you know what I'm saying? Keep it super real.
Rocks holding
the thing up, man. But
shout out to the rocks.
Shout out to the rocks.
And then a brother came because he was so excited from living in the neighborhood, because we're doing a community garden in a town that don't got it.
Yes.
We're putting it on Front Street. This is literally Front Street. In fact, this ends up being Forest Parkway, which is the main vein leading to Main Street of downtown Forest Park. And Forest Park is putting the money and the resources into revitalizing their downtown. And they want their citizens to feel different. They want everybody to be excited about big city. It don't got to be a big city for you to be excited about living here. And so we got involved. Like, we're gonna bring them a green vision that's sustainable, that's beautiful, that allow for fitness and health to be discussed. Right, this spot right here is the walkthrough to the middle store. So when people see us putting plants and flowers here, they don't even know, but they feel like something different is happening.
That's real. That's why the brother walked over here. It was like totally sporadic. I wish I could have saw it.
Yeah, and he said he bringing us some rocks. And who do we work for?
Department of Transportation, man.
Yes.
Show love,
so
man.
we're gonna have an abundance. That's how abundance comes. I've been working on doing the real work, because really I learned. Shout out to everybody that's getting access to us through this, because this is a portal. Think about it. If I'd have told you when you was a baby that you're gonna have a way to see somebody on the other side of the planet and immediately send them,
man, I wouldn't believe that.
That's a portal. You traveling to the whole other side of the world. And through what? Through the stars, through the underground, through all kinds of shit we barely understand.
Right.
And so we got access. But with that come a cost. Oh man, you want to be in the magic mirror all the time? Don't you know from the story tells, the magic mirror got a fee. Yeah, it costs to talk to the mirror to talk back to you.
That's real.
So I've been like, what's the real work? And if we really think about life real deep, it's audience and one. Right? You as a Christian,
Yeah,
audience
definitely.
and one. Who you performing for? Yeah, that's one. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that is. That's me though.
Because we're in the span between here and there, what is there? See what I'm saying? So it's like, where's the end of you? Where's the end of you? Where's the beginning of God? Where's you know what I mean? All that. So it's like, if you become complete, right, and you start realizing, damn, I got good shit to me, got bad shit to me, I'm gonna grow the good. And then you're gonna start realizing, man, people give you a lot of attention for that. That's a chance. That's a fork in the road. Well, you can eat that poison fruit. I've tasted it a few times. I know what it's like to get a taste of my own celebrity. Read my own hype, read my own comments. And that's cool, but it don't make a man out you. No, make a man out of you is how you respond to the struggles and the challenges you face in real life, which a lot of times you can only run to the internet and the strangers but so many times.
Right, bro.
Only but so many
It's
times.
just you.
You only get a few bailouts. You can't keep going to the internet for help. You know what I mean?
Word.
You can wear out your family, and by the time you go onto the internet, it meant you done wear out some of your friends and family. All right, you on the internet now, that's cool. But if you're on the internet 3 times with too much asking, it's like you done ran out. It's like somehow the people we got an inner GPS in us where it's like, yeah, nah. And I never wanted to wear out my way.
Definitely ain't done that, bro. Like I said, I was starving to hear some information from you, man. And you know, I done talked all this good stuff about you, bro. Like, let's talk a little bit about what you did so that people can know who you are. Like, dude, I know you for your background in education. You know, education in a dire state right now, bro. We had that viral TikTok.
Shout out to
last
the
week,
teachers.
yo.
What was the viral TikTok?
Oh, bro, so you didn't see it.
I don't
so
be watching the teacher
dog,
TikToks. They traumatized me,
yeah,
bro.
man. So
I'm
peep
traumatized by
it.
that.
Peep it, dog. So the 7th grade teacher, he got on there. He was talking about how, you know, kids is not on grade level.
Wait, put it in a category for me. Let me give you the categories.
Word.
The educational videos is on TikTok and Instagram right now. Teacher getting fucked up or teacher being fucked up? Which one?
Combination of both.
So the teacher was being fucked up to a child and then they got fucked up by a child?
They were being fucked up by telling the truth about the kids, but the teacher themselves is fucked up for saying it about the kids. That's how I feel. What you tell me how you
This sounds like some media shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not
Bro,
real. That's not
bro,
No,
yeah.
no, I thought you were talking about a teacher called a kid a little
Oh,
bitch
nah,
and then the kid hit
nah,
the teacher with a chair.
Nah, I wouldn't know shit like that. Nah.
Oh, that's the kind of schools I taught. And I'm talking about elementary. You know, elementary.
I feel it.
No, I'm talking about kids fighting teachers. Kids fighting teachers and teachers dumb enough to fight the kids. I ain't never felt that.
Man, I ain't fucking with that kid, bro. I'm 10 in, you've been in way longer than me. 10 years, I ain't never had to. I had to do that.
You had to restrain your age. That's not right. Yeah, exactly. Look, I know how to restrain you. My little ass know how to put you in a motherfucking what?
Pretzel.
What? All kinds of combinations. Don't just.
Yo.
I got that Vulcan grip. I got the motherfucking pinch on the thing and all that. Turn your hand the other way and come on, you walk with me. But we ain't hurting nobody. But I ain't beating nobody's ass. I ain't disrespecting the child where the child want to motherfucking fight me. The parent want to fight. Parents love me. Parents love me. You know, a lot of public schools go through that cheating scandal and all that. You know,
like other counties though.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
other
Because it
counties,
wasn't
gotta
just
keep it
thank
real,
you. See,
dog.
they go with media.
Gotta
See,
keep it
media
real.
promote what the fuck you want you to know about. So if they trying to trash, like right now, if they got a plot where they going against Simon Malls that owns Lennox, then they be like, Lennox got all the shootings. Man, other malls got shootings. But Lennox in the news for the shootings, oh, somebody mad at Simon right now. And if you don't know who Simon is, that's who owned the mall. See, because ownership is a big thing. And owners be playing games. Owners be playing games. Owners of brands and owners of companies and owners of everything. And so you gotta realize the game don't never motherfucking stop. That's why you better just learn the game. And don't be mad at people for playing the game. It's a motherfucking game you win, whether you like it or not. So for the young, I know you teach young people.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me say this to you young people. If an old motherfucker trying to tell you something they ain't been successful at, that's cool. But don't ever let them be disrespectful in the process of telling you this shit. The moment a motherfucker start being disrespectful to you while they trying to teach you, they sunning you and not in the way where they call you the sun, the sign of the sky. They not bigging you up like the big sun. They trying to make you their little do-boy because what they hoping is that you going to overlook the fact that they ain't made no success in their real world, so now you're going to be a gopher for them. It's going on with a lot of old heads, and it's going on with a lot of young people all the way up to their 30s. You 30-year-olds up under 50-year-olds. 50-year-olds look like they got it, right? But they don't really got it. And then you spend enough time around them, you see that they don't got it. But then by that time, you're already helping them to get it back. Yeah.
Well, that's controversial right there, dog.
But what world don't it apply, man? You could be in the school system and the same thing, man.
You right. No.
Principal found that he bring you into his team to be the assistant principal. Then you find out that he corrupt.
Right.
Now you got to take all the heat.
Bro.
Don't it happen?
Bro, that's
Yeah,
the game
exactly.
right there.
So that's how we study the science of CAPT and LIUT. What that mean? Captain and Lieutenant. And knowing the duties and orders and knowing how this private soldier work. And because ultimately, if you don't know how the chain of command work, then you really a motherfucking victim.
Right.
Or you a private soldier for some shit you don't even know you're soldiering for.
Signed up for it.
Like the workforce. You're soldier for the workforce.
Yeah, bro.
You produce more soldiers for the workforce.
You are correct.
Your job is to produce good, productive citizens.
Indoctrinated.
You don't got to do that though, but that's the expectation. Your job is just to produce good, productive citizens that's going to be good for the workforce. That means that they cannot be anti the workforce. They can't be a threat to the economy. They can't be the biggest drug lord in the world. They can't be a bum. So in a way, you could meet your goals as a school teacher and the expectation they have of you. You know, you can do it the right way. That's what people gotta realize. There's a way, even in the fucked up world, to make the right way. That's what you always got a way. It's just to take more effort.
Bro, and I'm gonna be honest, man. That's how I try to approach the game. You know, when I first started teaching, I found out about the books. I started teaching in 2013. I graduated 12. Started teaching in 13.
I started teaching right after I graduated too.
So, bro, you know, I had to have knowledge in general, beyond the content. I had to have knowledge of the kids I was teaching. I had to have knowledge of self.
Right.
And a lot of what you were talking about in there, I would weave it in there to where the kids were like, yo, this is more than what we get in the class. But, dog, we got a problem now where people talking about how the kids aren't prepared and they're shifting the blame to the parents. If I'm a kid...
That was the same thing when I was a school teacher.
You're right. But,
yeah.
But they make it sound like it's more pronounced now. You feel
Bruh, okay, you think teachers wasn't saying fucked up things and then they get a backlash for the fucked up shit they said 10 years ago? 20 years ago?
Is it true to what they
60 years ago? Depending on what they saying. Because that was my reason why I stayed off camera. Because even if you listen to me talking now, it's still hella loving, but I used to have a chip on my shoulder bigger than a boat. I'm talking about I'm letting people have it for what they didn't, not even for what they did, what they didn't. And I was carrying that with me because I was grieving, a widower, single father, solopreneur, business owner, doing it by myself after I had a business partner, my better half and all that. So I was grumpy. And it really took me learning like, yo, you either get better or you get better. You gotta make a choice. So it's like, I didn't want to be that kind of old head. And that's when I realized there's a whole lot of other people that went the other way. So shout out to everybody that's my age, 40 plus, and you didn't become an old head. And you really became a real OG or a gentleman or a leader or whatever, you know, a responsible person. Because a lot of us, through our failures and through our frustration, became that person that I just told the young to not listen to. Because now you've taken out your anger with the world and with how things didn't work out for you on them, and that's not going to let them bloom and grow because they need to know anything is possible. Because if somebody would have told me young that like, yo, one day you're going to be talking to the city officials of a city that wants you to design a garden, and they're going to let you do it how you want, to the point where they're going to let you put fruit trees in a public garden. Right, you see how your head turned. You never heard of that?
Nah.
Never heard of that. Yeah.
You ain't with no organization.
No.
Nobody's, no organization back you. Ain't no civil rights organization.
No. And no loans, no none of that. No, none of that. This lot, nobody wanted it. And I know why, because it got rock up under it. It might be real hard to construct something on there. But I could put a raised bed garden that turned into a beautiful labyrinth that have everybody walking through, black, white, Mexican, Asian. That's who all here at Forest Park. So I'm putting the bed in the garden, one for every culture. Right? So like, who would you tell me I'm going to bring together all the human families of planet Earth in a city that is developing its reputation and they're going to build their reputation with me?
It's crazy.
Them buildings right there, they vacant. I'm going to be the one that attract the tenants. It's going to be a business right there. I'm going to know them. I'm going to know them. I'm going to know them. We're going to work together. That's available too. We're going to know them.
Oh, you got to break this down for me, dog. Because I know you're an educator.
That's what everybody talks about, right? Black Wall Street.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
This is it. This is how you do it. It's not only here. We're doing this in Atlanta too, right on MLK. My brother Rakim doing it in Seattle. We're doing it. And the thing is now, the ones that's been quietly doing, I want to bring all of us together again to, you know, those of us that's able to employ and at least bring out volunteers and do grants and do things with students. It's our time.
So, dog, you talking like, if I'm the earth, I'm on the earth, that's the sun, dog. Like, how does a child in 6th, 7th, 8th grade get to the point where they start talking about owning properties, sustaining, you know, ways of doing it? Right? You know, I mean, yeah, a lot of it I got from there.
Okay, but so like if they just read them 2 books, which these books don't look like a type of book that's going to give you deep knowledge. But so they read these 2 books. By the end of the book, don't it show you that you could sell cars that you got at the junk auction?
Laundromats, everything, dog.
No. Let's start with the lowest thing. You ain't got no laundromat money. You ain't got no location money. You got $500, bro. You can go to a junk car auction and get you a car for $100, $200. You may not even fix it up before you can sell it or part it out and make profit. You could just sit on eBay and part that junk car out because somebody need a fender from that junk car.
You're 100% right. Okay? A mirror or something.
Now you turn that 500 into just 1,000. Now you got the ability to do that again. So you do the junk car auction just a few times. You're gonna fail a few times. You're gonna take a few L's. Now if you let the L turn into a loss, now you didn't learn your lesson. So you're gonna forever go left. You're gonna get left. But if you go right, then you get it right. You're gonna get right. So that's like seeing the solution, being solutionary. That's all your person do. They gotta look at it like, yo, I'm not a problem and I don't got problems. I got opportunities to execute.
Word.
And what am I executing? My supreme function. Because I'm a mathematical being. So when I enter an equation, I am the solution. Yeah, see, that mindset is what changed. So when I see a junk car auction, everybody else see like, oh, these cars, the motor ain't no good. They seen all the problems. I'm like, yo, but look, the body is straight.
Facts.
Sell the body out. See, that's the way you got to think about anything. Like, yo, whatever you got, like if you don't got money to get no land, that's cool. Work your way up. But if you're so determined to have a God right now, cool. Build a relationship with a local church or a local school.
Word. They got it. Dr. Understanding, bro. We in a time now where like it ain't the kids see it, but the young adults see it too. Where everybody's like, yo, get a business, get an LLC, flip it, getting a job.
I'll tell you
is
why
whack.
they've been doing that,
What's
bro.
the- what's the job, bro?
Yo, no, let me tell you what they've been doing that for, bro. That shit is to motherfucking make you miserable, bro. I'm gonna tell you the secret formula to that. The secret to the 10% is they give you game that is right, but you can't use it.
Oh, damn, bro. They
Chew on that one.
They coming for your top on that one, dog.
That is right, but you can't use it. Hell yeah, you could get in the trucking industry. That is how trucking works.
Yeah.
You could go to Barnes & Noble if it still exists and read a book about trucking and learn the same shit.
100.
You could watch some YouTube videos from some truckers and they can figure out some shit.
100.
Now the actual system of how to make money, yeah, you do gotta pay to learn that. Absolutely. I'm not gonna disagree with that at all. So there's ethical people that do it too. Like me, I'll bring somebody into my system and I presently don't charge nobody. All you gotta do is like, show up.
Show up.
You showing up, you working, you gonna learn something. I'll give you game on journalism, whatever it is you want
Yeah,
to
for
build
sure.
on.
For sure.
So the
You said 10%.
The 10%, yeah, that's their whole angle. Like they want to show you that this shit worked. Then they'll show you some shit that did work. Then they'll tell you that you too could make it work.
Oh man.
Then they hit you with the Jesus line, which is really Paul's line, which is I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and no man shall enter the kingdom except through me. When really, if you want to draw that up with understanding, it means through being Christ-like,
There it is.
right?
That's the.
But if you go off the literal King James rather than what the original sentiment must have been, if he ever said that, what was his sentiment? Knowing the character of Christ, that's where you got to know his character, right? So then, you just got to know your own character. What's the character of a man that's struggling against the
system,
oppressive
yeah.
system, but so inspired by the will of God that he can't do nothing else? So inspired by the will of God, he can't do nothing else. That's in Sufism too. My Sufi homie just came out and put some angel trumpets in the garden, and we was building on that. Like, that's like when you give up your own will to where there's only the will of God.
You gonna win.
Yeah, that's the level you want to get to. But on the way there, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna hit setbacks. You're gonna hit challenges. You're gonna hit things that make you want to cuss, fight, kill, shoot, all that.
So you telling the young kids that they need to get jobs that way, right? Scamming. Come on, like that's what I'm hearing, dog. Like that's what I hear in class. That's the raps. There's a whole genre, scam raps. Dog.
But look,
like,
my thing is like, let's say you want to learn trucking. Why wouldn't you get a job working with a trucker? Why wouldn't you find your uncle that's a trucker and see if you can just get paid a few dollars to come on his routes with him?
you could
Help him unload.
You can make a play though, right?
Right, because that's not what the 10% teach. The 10% teach get rich quick, which means if you already in your comfort zone of poverty and doing nothing, then you don't want a comfort zone. You don't want a new discomfort zone of wealth and doing too much. You want a new comfort zone, which is wealth while still doing nothing, which don't happen.
Yeah, that's
It's not real,
that's
but
the
you
game.
can want it. And if a motherfucker is a 10%, they're gonna lie to you and sell it to you like that. They're not gonna tell you how much is really involved. They're not gonna tell you how many L's you can take in, for example, trucking, real estate, restaurants, and anything. Buying land. You could buy land like this, find that it got nothing but boulders underneath it. Now your plan might be thrown off. But if your education hasn't prepared you for that, what it sets you up to do is, if your education hasn't prompted you and warned you about all the problems you can encounter, which will turn you off. Because if the class came with, here's all the bad things that can happen, you might not finish the class, right?
That's the journey right there.
Right, but so if it had prepared you for what could go wrong, like this book is really like all the bad things that can happen. You go to jail, yo, here's what the fuck you do. You end up this, here's what you do. You ain't got no money, here's what you do. You're homeless, here's what you do. You're dealing with a bad relationship, here's what you do. Because I went through all these things and I'm like, yo, I learned to do this, and then people that knew better than me taught me more, and I want to put it all in the book. So that's what the 5% do. We gonna take our experience and give you what we learned, and we gonna teach about what we know, not what we don't know. We're not gonna tell you how to get money if we got no money.
Right.
So the wise man with no money, you're not supposed to judge him for his money. That wasn't his angle. He might be way happier than you
to
is.
give you knowledge.
He might be happy, bro. He might not even have information.
That don't even sound right in our society. You happy with no bread.
Right.
You got knowledge with no bread.
So imagine what
right?
the fuck he could teach you then. He must know something you don't. That's what I learned in Africa, bro. I was trying to become a millionaire by 25. It's in part 1. I broke myself. I was in debt. Fucking real estate game went out from under me. I went to Africa. And I was like, I'm just gonna move. And I went over there and I was like wanting shit that people there didn't want. And people there was happy with things, with things that I'm like, that's just basics. And it made me, I stayed out for 3 weeks, so it wasn't like a vacation. It was like, yo, let me immerse myself and learn something. And I was 24, 25. That's before I wrote How to Hustle and Win. That's what really made me be like, yo, let me come back. I got work to do here, because people here don't know, you know what I mean? Like, here you can get rich off credit, bro.
Yeah.
And they're teaching you to do that. They're like, yo, just take out a $300,000 loan. Get a shelf corporation. Take out $300 from the bank. Bruh, you're not gonna be able to rent a car in 3 years.
Man, you're gonna be fucked up. Dog, bro, you gotta explain this dilemma.
That's a scam, bro. Because you're gonna be miserable, and here's what happened. This is a book I was gonna do on scams. It's called the Suckers List. Once you got scammed once, you go on a list where all the other scammers know to hit you up to get you again. When you've been scammed once, you become a target for future scamming because they know you gullible. They know you don't research. They know you don't verify. They know you don't vet the people that's talking to you. See, when somebody come to me with a plan or a play, I got to ask around. I got to ask behind you. You got to know somebody I know, et cetera, et cetera. Like, look at how many links we had to have in common.
Man, what are you saying, dog?
But that's security. That's
but it has to be. You got to
and people don't realize security is not just about somebody running up trying to snatch your chain. Security is also about protecting your energy and your peace and your legacy, but your legacy is really most tarnished by you and your poor behavior in public. That's what your legacy is tarnished by. They give you a mic and you say some rude shit. Yeah. They give you $100,000 and you don't use it on the people.
Bro, I gotta ask you about that, because I found it ironic, man, when I sit with the 5%. And, you know, people always talk about, like, the poor righteous teachers, but it's like, how can you have knowledge and not be rich, though? That, like, if I'm a young kid hearing that, you got all this knowledge, you the OG, your lifestyle should reflect it, bro.
I'll tell you 3 answers to that. I get that a lot. I get that from my own brothers and sisters in my culture. I got guys and girls that got jobs, doing well. They're like, oh man, how could you just be a bum with this knowledge? And then I'm like, why the fuck do you talk to bums? So
they're humans, right? First. Bro.
No. Water seeks its own level. Only gods I know is either coming out to build with me or they building on their own. Like I just named the guy Y King. He's responsible for African Town in Seattle. Not him alone. Shout out to Savior, shout out to all the other gods and earths out there, and the community for getting with him. Because the community got with him. Because they came up with a plan for the people that the people bought into. Seattle had a plan called Seattle 2030 where they wrote black people out of the future. And Y King and his people found out about it because they was attending the city council meetings, which you should do. And I'm going to have 4 cities, because I'm recording 4 cities right now.
None of that is on your IG, none of that's on your socials. That's what you're doing behind the scenes. Okay, but
it's not even behind the scenes. It's just like, it's not. What people gonna do with that? Word. It's like, bro, I go on live every day just to talk shit. But nobody need that. Nobody need that. So what do they need? They need to feel better. If I was doing tarot readings where I could like hit them, testify to them, give them that church feeling, they coming for that. But I know that if I keep giving them that, them people is the same ones they gonna give their money to a preacher.
Or
a crooked one too. That's talking about something that sound new, but it's really the old scam.
So bring us back. You said it's 3 reasons.
Oh yeah. So let me. This is what I tell them. First, why are you talking to bums? Like why you ain't built up your people Like if you got a circle of people that got knowledge, why you ain't got money with them? Like my brothers is on the land with me. Like my brother just called me, Black Mind. He want to do paintball on the land. My other brother Divine, he got another plan for the land. Want to bring dirt bikes out there. We gonna build.
Word.
Cause they was with me in the beginning when nobody was on the land with me. When it was cold and nothing but spider webs and vines and weeds, and they out there clearing trails with me. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Right. So if you didn't do that, and that don't even be on the internet, right?
No, of course not.
But like my family's all over the world, really. But I keep those relationships alive. Like, so if you didn't do that, now you suffer. All right, cool. Let's say you just judging from afar. I'm a well-to-do, wise person. Let's not say 5%. I'm a well-to-do, wise person of any regard. I'm a Rasta, I'm a whatever. I'm a Moor, I got money. But now I'm gonna look at the bum ones. This one don't got no money. He always talking. Well, 2 reasons. The people that couldn't get money, they're gonna do the most talking. So you got those that they couldn't show and prove with their hands and feet. They're gonna show and prove with their mouth.
Oh man.
Some is right and some is wrong. Because even a broken clock can choose what? 2 times a day. So you could take a person that's a bum, they're drunk, they could tell you how they got there, you could learn from them. They start telling you about taxes, you know, and finances, maybe that's not where you listen no more. But if a person that's doing really bad, all they talking about is getting money, which is what you see on the internet. You see people that don't got a car telling you how to get financially free. They don't own a pedal bike. It's dangerous. And you got to think of the mindset of the person that followed that person just because they got on a fancy outfit. Or they got on a nice presentation. They got content.
That's the youth.
No, it's not the youth. It's the old. The youth ain't with none of that shit. The youth ain't. Man, I'm raising youth, bruh. And you got youth, bruh.
Yeah.
Any of your middle schools into that shit? There you go. Nah, bruh. That's only old people that don't have enough self-esteem to know that they're actually doing better than the people they see on their screen. See, them are older people that really always wanted to be on TV, never considered getting on public access. And you see that mind? Always wanted to be on on TV, but never want to get on public access. And now they older than me, right? They're older than you, and they despise and admire them people that is on their screen. Oh, look at the train coming through.
Yeah, that's crazy. As you can see, he done commandeered my joint a couple times, but it's all love, though.
Well, you wanted to see this. You might get to see some 90s era graffiti. It's coming, I'm sure. What is this trash graffiti? You see this trash graffiti? There we go, that's better. Bring old graffiti back, y'all. This is garbage. This is 2000s era shit. Oh, I can tell. Oh, that's all 2000s bullshit. Trash. Bring the 90s back, family.
That's old school right there.
That's old.
That's old right there. I'm surprised that's still on there.
Oh, it ain't gonna go. That's old.
Yeah, that is.
That's 80s, bro.
Oh, yo! They might came from up north, yo.
This train came from up north. YSL?
Yeah.
That old and young. You can tell the young, they be hitting up these ones. You can feel them. These are old ones. That one been to Canada, bro. That's from Canada.
Wow.
Most of our properties that the Wright family manages is on train lines. We on trains and water. We on train tracks and water everywhere we at.
Peace to y'all building out here like that, bro.
Well, typically, that's the land nobody else wants. See, I take trash. I see the trash in the trash.
Okay.
I'm already YouTubing how to make them little railway carts like they had in the cartoons. Boy, we gonna be skating down this bitch.
You got a lot of ideas, but bro, I know what I meant to ask you, bro. This been the biggest thing. You be on some son. So the youth gotta keep the life going.
Wait, no, we gotta do one more answer.
Go ahead, the third answer. I gotta ask about this relationship too.
Yeah, the most important is because poor is in our mandate for a reason. But our Father, like, he didn't want us to stay financially poor. He just knew that being financially poor is actually really a pathway to the knowledge. Think about it.
Down.
You have it in your tradition, don't you? It's easier for a what?
Poor man to get in, or it's easier for a rich man to go
It's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get in the kingdom of God. Okay? That's because you, and as they say, you can't take it with you. So all these people that's trying to like accumulate wealth,
For what?
they don't got the full understanding. So it's like in accumulating wealth, a lot of times they miss out on knowledge, they miss out on journey, they miss out on the righteousness, they miss out on what they're supposed to develop into as a being. So a lot of these young people, they being taught to just work and get money. It's like, no, work to get growth.
That's bar.
Just to get growth. Like, yo, go work at the barbershop, sweep hair. You're going to learn how to talk shit like a man. You're going to learn how to be around men.
I'm skilled.
And you're going to pick up on some barber.
Right.
Even if you don't want to be a barber, you can sell snacks. Nah, bro, I'm always left, right. Like, there's always multiple forks in the road, bro. Always, if you don't like barbering, then you're not supposed to be barbering. Fuck it then. It ain't like I got enough skill, I can bring it back one day. Maybe, but you don't like it right now. So it's like, now what can you do for your growth? What's gonna bring the next best you out of you? Doing some shit you hate? Maybe. But not if you don't believe in it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put your discipline into something, wake up early for something you believe in. But I know artists, they don't wake up at 5 in the morning for their art. They don't be out in the sun selling their art. That's the oldest thing. Now that's see, and they go to ones that we call poor. When I was young, I used to think the farmer with the overalls and the busted shoes was poor. That man was a god. That man had a truck, some horses, some guns, some land, a woman, some children. And if he'd have been back home in his homeland, he'd have had 3 wives and more children. That'd have been the only difference. But he would have still been wearing the same overalls, and his wives would have loved him.
And in peace.
Nobody tripping. But I'm looking at him like a bum, like he's a bum, and I didn't know. So now, like I'm like, yo, man, you could look like this is what I'm gardening in. Like this ain't my go out and get a woman clothes. You know? So that's the thing. So going to the wives that don't got the money, man, shout out to them because they raised me. I'll never speak ill of them. They're the reason why I exist. I'm always speak up for the man on the street. You call him a bum, you call him a wino, I get it. But if he not begging, that's different. He just out there, man, he displaced. That man might go out and work every day and he want to sleep right there. He might have been abused or he might have been an abuser and he's punishing himself. Yeah, so everybody got their story. That's why we got to deal with people as humans. So whenever you look at somebody broken down, don't dehumanize them now. Because now you're a classist.
You're right.
Now you're the bourgeoisie. Oh, the poor. Oh, the poor. Look at these. How dare some of my people with my lessons be poor?
What they call it, the lumping bourgeoisie, right?
Yeah, that's the lumping proletariat. The proletariat is supposed to be lumped together. But what happened is these motherfucking bourgeoisie got lumps, and now they lumped together. They think they part of a good old gang together. They not, though. They not. You know? And that's the thing, like, if anything, we're like when you hit the middle class, you know, everybody will know you just be a buffer class to keep the poor from getting the rich. But it don't gotta be that way. Those in the middle class could be those in power. Without the rich don't gotta be threatened. See, the thing is, everybody think they gotta battle with the rich, they gotta battle with the city, they gotta go beef with City Hall. Listen, man, if this city don't like you, the next city next door will. It's like women, bro. It's just like, just because you've had bad experience with women don't mean you're supposed to be anti-woman, bro. You know, we not anti-white. We anti-wickedness. We anti-death. We not even pro-black, bro. Because I'm Bengali, bro. Like, that was, like, you gotta remember, I came into a culture where I learned the black man is God, and it made immediate sense to me. But them same people that taught me the black man is God also taught me the worst devil come in black skin. And I used to argue with them like, man, oh, hell no, man, a black man can't be a devil. And over time, I got, because I don't gotta agree with you, I get to get where you're coming from. I don't gotta co-sign what you're saying and say it the same way you do. Then now we not even unique no more. You say it your way, I say it mine, but I get what you're saying. You saying that we got the supreme intelligence, so if we use our supreme intelligence to be wicked, we'll come up with shit a devil never could. So that's why it's dangerous when the wise get too big on getting money. You gotta have some humblers in there. You gotta have you a crackhead cousin or somebody to occasionally to remind you.
You ain't above it, dog.
Yeah.
You ain't above it.
Yeah. That's why we out here. Like, you see the walkthrough. You see that. You mindful. I'm over here and here.
It's crazy because, like I said, I saw your last video. You in a carefully catered, got the lights and stuff. So we out here in the earth, just soaking it all in. You got the wind blowing. You got the planes flying over here. But it's real.
This been how I've been doing it, bro, for some years now. Like, that's what really got me through grief. My last project that I did was reading medicine because I got writer's block. Like, I was used to typing in the cancer center, and in the hospital next to Mecca. So after that, I didn't want to type nowhere. Like, that shit just didn't feel like good no more. I didn't want to do it. So now I learned I got like somewhere I'm neurodivergent. So for all you young, they call you ADHD. Yeah, they called me hyperactive when I was a kid. They called me manic depressive when I was a kid. They called me suicidal when I was a kid. They didn't have all these diagnoses they got for kids now. They had Ritalin. They didn't have Adderall.
I remember that.
They didn't have Adderall. Yeah. I took Prozac for depression, and I didn't like it. It made me a zombie. So I took myself off that at 14 years old. Because I tried to kill myself at 14. They got me to this white therapist. I didn't like it. The motherfucker stopped seeing me because I asked about his daughter one day. I just said, how's your daughter? People like that shit. But I was probably the most hoodest Bengali kid. Shout out to everybody that knew me from Jersey City. Shout out to everybody that went to Lincoln High School with me. St. Aidan's Elementary. I went to a Catholic elementary.
Oh, they was on your head. I know they were.
No, it was mostly Filipino kids there. But yeah, the white kids I used to get into with them. That's when I learned about racism. That's when I also learned how to talk shit. I learned how to cuss in like first grade. From Rudy Ray Moore. No, not from like Rudy Ray Moore. Shout out to Rudy Ray Moore. And shout out to ODB, because ODB was like the modern version of that. But I remember being like, white kid trying to follow me home. Like, he was following me from the school, like in the direction because I walked home. I'm like, maybe I wasn't 5. I might have been like 6 or 7, but I'm still walking home. And I'm walking to my house in the direction at least. And 2 big white kids start following me. I'm like, what the fuck they say? They start saying some shit. And I cuss them out on some Dolomite shit. You're a Bengali kid, right? They love it. They ain't know what to do. They ain't know what to say. They ain't fuck with me no more after that. So, I don't know, man. They must have felt something. But ever since then, like, I've always been like in a mix of shit. I've always been around everything. Peace, man. I've always been around everything. So having to deal with everything, I had to figure out who I was. I went to a Jesuit high school, St. Peter's Prep in Jersey City. Yeah. Because you gotta remember, like, I'm coming from an Asian family. Even though they didn't move out of Jersey City, they still was like put in private school. You know, that was the one thing they was like, yo, keep them in a nice school. But we still in the hood. St. Peter Prep was nice though, but like I was still coming with my bullshit, so I got put out there for robbing a white boy. Yeah. Nah, not well. That's how it actually ended up getting kicked out. I took it from him on the low, like it was like I just took his wallet. He ain't know. But then some Asian kid told on me, and I learned so much young. I learned so much young. I learned young. So, you get a lot of wild stories.
Hey, it's crazy, all my teachers.
So I got called into the office. No, they didn't call me. The white boys tried to confront me when they found out who it was. They tried to G-check me. They tried to extort me. Yeah, they tried to extort me because there's like some Italian kids.
Yo, you about to get
They tried to mob extort me.
You about to get heat. Yo.
So I bluffed them. Let me tell you what I did. I bluffed. I used to have some Filipino kids that fuck with me real tough in the school. And I was like, I ain't scared of y'all. I was like, not only did I do it, now I knew how I was doing it too. And now that I know you got a problem with it, I'll let you know I'll do it again. Matter of fact, I'll take your shit from you right now. And I'm trying to hold my face. I try to hold a straight face, right? And I was like, and if y'all really want to do something, just know I got all of them with me. You see them? Look at them. They all with me. I look at them. One of them looked back at me and said, he see you. They all see you. They didn't fucking know.
Big time bluff. Stood on it, though.
Stood on it. But I was gonna take an ass whooping if that's what it was, but it wasn't. They went and told the dean and I got kicked out of school. Yeah. So that's when I learned too, like, yo, you mess with different people, like some people gonna whoop your ass, some people gonna talk about you, and some people gonna go to the authorities. I learned that young. Yeah, but so I got kicked out. No other high schools in the city could take me. They put out gave me a bad name. Yeah. And so shout out to Lincoln High School and shout out to James Johnson, who was my crisis intervention counselor at Lincoln High School, who got me to stop cutting class and smoking in the hallways so I could go to college. He took me on a college tour right down to Atlanta, Georgia. We passed by a bunch of cool little cities through the South, but I fell in love with Atlanta. I seen wealth, I seen opportunity, I see motherfuckers riding on 20s with a girl in their back, looking good. Everybody dark skinned, looking healthy.
Yeah,
I fucking fell in love. I said, this. I want this to be home. Because see, internally, like my ancestry, like I come from black people, like the black people of Bengal. That's my blood. Like my last name means black. Das is the name that the Aryan invaders gave to the black people of India. They called us Dases. It meant black enemies. Later on, it came to mean black slaves. Then nowadays, let somebody else tell you, they just say it means slave or servant. But it originally meant black enemy in the holy scriptures. We was the warriors that was fighting for our own thing. So the black people of India is the last ones left, and they usually wise but poor. So they don't even get to come over here. So the wise man of the East don't even really get to come here. So that's why you got to be thankful for the black wise man of the West.
Word.
However he comes to you. Because guess what? If you go back home, go to the East, they in dirty coats with dreadlocks smoking weed too. Fuck you gonna say? Fuck you gonna say to them? Right. It's also part of giving up. See, when the Buddha went on his journey and he had lost all that weight and gave up everything, they said, what did you gain from this? He looking like a bag of bones, looking like I look right now. Well, worse than I look right now. Nah, I had to let go, man. It's part of the disciplining process. Like, man, get off the food, get off everything for a little minute. I had to get off alcohol. I had to get off a few things. Because people that cheer you on when you're a wino telling jokes, bro. But as soon as you get on the wagon, they act like you a motherfucking got the plague. It's weird, bro.
It's crazy that you say that because people always think because you got knowledge that you can't be susceptible to vices. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the double-edged sword, though, bro. You just was talking about it. How that man end up poor? Why he don't got it? Why he on drugs?
Thanks.
Because these vices hit us hard and we don't have a support system. See, young people, once you get knowledge, let me tell you, this knowledge will hit you like a ton of bricks by the time you really get to the understanding. But even before you get to the understanding, when you're just doing the knowledge through your knowledge cycle, or you're just doing the wisdom through your wisdom cycle, that means you're just learning, or you're just talking and expressing yourself and just doing shit to be doing. You're going to make a lot of enemies. You're going to make a lot of people scared. You're going to have your own family looking at you like they don't know you. And you're going to end up lonely. You're going to fight battles by yourself. You're going to end up fighting with some of your own friends and family. You're going to end up finding yourself maybe not getting money like you was used to, not getting girls like you was used to, not getting praise like you was used to. And that is the journey. That's where the discipline comes in. See, that's why I wanted to come out and be like, yo, you know you do win at the end, y'all. You do win at the end because, see, a wise motherfucker can look at me and not only got to put on fancy clothes and drive a nice car for them, know I'm winning. They just got to know I got the leisure time to fuck around and want to put a garden in a public space.
That told me everything.
Fuck around and put a garden out there for other people to eat off of. That should tell you something. So yes, there's a win at the end of all the hustling. But the hustling don't just stop. It's not just getting money, because at some point you learn it's bigger value than money. Like my goodwill in the world. And so I could get way more money exploiting the dumb, but my goodwill would be exhausted and then I have to pay. And everybody got to pay the piper. You seeing some people paying right now. Ain't the influence being taken down right now?
Man, they getting demonetized and bro.
Demonetized? They get criminalized.
That too. Bro, you know it's
de-freedomized. What the fuck? Demonetized. You about to be making 55 cents a day.
Yo, fighting for your life. But nah, bro, I gotta ask you. So,
shit, terrible.
All you see on social, bro, is a consistent running loop of 50-50, black men, black women, Discord, etc. If I'm 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I'm in that age range. I see people above me not happy in love, not happily married, but I know that I gotta have it. I want that in my core because I know.
Right.
How do I even work towards that? I don't even have a conception of love, self-love. How do I have a conception of what a healthy relationship looks like in a time where shit is for value and clickbait?
What come before love?
Knowledge, I'm assuming.
Trying to beat all deep, man. What come before love? Like. You ever love something you ain't like?
It's a loaded question.
Yeah, exactly. But I bet you like that motherfucker at first.
Oh, hell yeah, of course. You gotta like them before you love them, but you can love them and not like them sometimes.
That's right. That's when you know you love them.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
That's marriage right there. You know.
That's business too, bro. That's parenting.
There's a relationship, right?
Bro, you're not always gonna like your children. And they not always gonna like you.
Tell me, I'm listening to that, because I ain't got none yet, but I want to.
They not always gonna like you. That's more important to appreciate when they don't like you. Fuck you not liking them, because you a grown adult, man. You got something up for not liking your children after you made them.
You have.
It's for your business to be able to appreciate when they don't like you. So sometimes you need to remember that you don't always like them to understand why they don't like you. And they don't gotta like you all the motherfucking time, because sometimes you're not the easiest person to deal with. Yeah. You're not even bringing into their life what they want. And that's okay too. But the goal is to figure out, oh, I like some shit. How do I get more of that? If you like freedom and you like free time, how you get more of that?
That's what I'm saying.
Because a lot of motherfuckers is burning out trying to get too much of what they like early on, and they ain't being smart. So anything that you like enough, you study it, if you really like it. Now, if you like that motherfucker like in the cartoons where you like the little Tweety bird so much you want to squeeze it and kill it and crush it,
that ain't love.
that's not liking. That's not even liking, bro. That's not even like. That don't mean you like, that means you want.
It's possession.
That's the difference. Wanting is coming from a motherfucker that don't got nothing. See, a motherfucker that want always gonna want.
Shit, that hit me right there.
All that shit you want, you gonna keep on wanting. And by the time you get the shit you thought you wanted, you gonna want some more shit. You never gonna stop wanting, bro.
It's sensational.
I don't want shit.
I don't know how to get there.
My kids don't want shit.
How do you get to that point?
Well, my kids don't want shit because I don't want shit. I don't modeled it for them. I can't expect them to be on nothing that I'm not on. If they see me want shit, they gonna want shit too. They see, like, bro, I be playing on the internet like I'm really looking for a woman, bro. I'm really just looking for happiness.
You sure do, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I be like, bro, my man got knowledge. I know he ain't out here looking like, damn, bro, I gotta just have it'd be cool to have some companionship. I'm like, well, I know it is.
Oh, nah, bro, I just be having fun because I really be wanting people to just get an idea of the fact that my life is just like their life. It ain't nothing, see, because everybody got this wrong idea of what it means when you become a popular person or a celebrity or established or accomplished, that you somehow don't have a dry phone. Bro, you could be the most popular person in the world and have a dry phone because you could have 9,000 numbers blocked. And the 5 motherfuckers is not blocked.
Don't want to call you.
Might be busy. Not even don't want to call you. Don't got to put that on them because I don't look at my life like it's a reflection of me being a bad person. See, a lot of people, they get fucked up because if you think that your life is because of you're bad, whether you say so or not, you're going to keep thinking you deserve that. But when you realize your life is a result of decisions you and others have made, and as you age, you're able to make more decisions and others are able to make less. That's the whole beauty of going from a child to an adult. When you're a child, you don't make those decisions for yourself, how your life turns out. They decide where you go, what you do, a lot of that. But once you get old enough, like I ran away from home at 10 years old, bro. I was on my own in Atlanta at 16, by myself out here. And thanks, shout out to the guys and nurses, because that's who raised me and took me in. And them brothers were like 25, 26. They was going through their shit themselves. You know, it's like...
They were still pouring into you.
Bro, I think we got that idea twisted, because nobody sat down with me and was like, here's what you need to do, brother. It wasn't none of them sessions. Like you seeing right, and then if you ain't right, you gonna get told what is right, because you're not right. That's what men do. And I'm thankful for that, because I was raised by real men, and so now I have a hard time raising men because I was raised by the kind of men that these men couldn't have even been around.
I know what you're saying.
But my daughters be laughing because they be having more of that heart in them, having more of that shit in them than a lot of the guys that they...
Because they was raised by a real man.
And not just me. Their mama was a real. Their mama was a real. Like super real. Like one of the realest, if not the realest woman I met. You know, like, and I just don't say the because it's like, it's not a competition. It's not like I want a woman that if I meet a woman, she got to be in some way comparable to that, because like, why would you compare?
That's a separate soul, man.
We're not comparing children. I don't compare my children. A lot of these things that people do that's unhealthy in relationships and with their children come from them being unhealthy with themselves. If you beat up on yourself, you're going to beat up on your kids. If you tell yourself you ain't doing enough, you're going to tell your kids they ain't doing enough. My kids ain't got to do shit but stay black and die. You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know how empowering that is, bro? No, imagine you
alive.
as a parent, man. My kids ain't got to do shit but stay black and die. You gonna be the same parent. Oh, you got a B on your math test. What the fuck are we going to do? Now you cussing the kid out. You're a fucking dummy. You better learn this fucking math. Yo, bro, I've been there. I've been that. And if you're a school teacher having kids, you're gonna bring that shit home. That's why I quit teaching school when Mecca transitioned, because even though I needed that money, I needed to be home with my kids, and I didn't need to be worn out dealing with 20, 30, 50 other kids.
And not pouring into your home.
Man, you gotta stop saying pouring into, bro.
My bad.
Because that's the problem. Everybody's expecting to be poured into, bruh. Who gonna pour into you, bruh? Like, what kind of a picture? Show me a vessel, show me a picture, show me a container of anything where it makes sense for that motherfucker to go around pouring. Who do that? Why would they do that? Just think about it. Why would a motherfucker go pouring into people? What do a motherfucker go around pouring? Motherfucker go around pouring they nut. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. They fucking everything. That's why they do that shit, bruh. Let's be real. Nobody got time to do all that. Bruh. That's why my phone, I'm not here to counsel motherfuckers. For what? You can't afford the game I'm about to give you. So, if you do it, that's the only payback I want. Pay it forward. Bless somebody. But I done tried this shit too many times. A motherfucker in despair ain't ready to bless others. Too many stages to go through. We gotta go from knowledge to bond. You just now getting to the knowledge. Because while you in despair, you in darkness. You don't even know that you've been walking into the darkness. And sitting in that bitch. And then doodling on yourself. And wondering why the shit stink. Then you go outside around a motherfucker not doodling on themselves and they look at you funny and you wonder why they're looking at you funny.
Because you don't even have the knowledge to know that.
Exactly. So once we introduce you to knowledge, the first thing you gotta do is clean yourself up. Ain't nobody about to pour into a motherfucker that's filthy, except for a filthy motherfucker that like being
around the dirt.
Yeah.
Around the dirt.
See, that's why you gotta. Let me tell you, that shit come from that preaching community, and the ones that couldn't make their money preaching, they pimp that shit into astrology. Health guidance, personal training, sexual motherfucking liberation. You can have every kind of fucking liberation you want, except for actually being free. You can be kinky free, motherfucking slutty free, weird free, goofy free, alien free.
Still not be happy.
You're not gonna be free. You gonna think you happy because you high. You ain't gonna be drug free. You gonna have to do drugs to make sense out of all that shit. Ain't no way you gonna rationalize, damn, I'm broke 3 days out the week and motherfucking doing nothing 4 days out the week.
You gotta get some comments.
Shit ain't working.
You gotta get some comments, bro.
This for the young, man. Fuck the old people. If you old and this shit make you mad, if you my age and this shit make you mad, you make me mad. You make me mad, you motherfucker. Stop being mad about some shit you seen online and go embrace the fucking challenges of the world like I'm doing. This shit is hard as fuck, bro. This shit is hard as fuck. If the internet make you that damn mad, get off the internet immediately.
Put your phone down.
Immediately, because we just want to empower the young to know that the bitter perspective ain't it. And all these motherfuckers trying to act like they're here to help you, probably not it, bro. The 10% outnumber the 5%. 2 to 1. And guess what? They got the same information we do. They know the black man is God, the black woman is earth, and the babies are the greatest. They know the science of Yakuza. They know all that at a higher level. They talk about what they've been studying for 35 to 50 years, and they wear a fez too. They know too. And that's when they actually be down to help you. The ones that be wearing the fez, they have an obligation to fund anything you come to them with. So you go to that Shriners Hospital and tell them you're building a community garden and see if they don't show up. Because they got to. They bound by their law. Because they got a God they serve that's higher than the God the other people serve. If they only knew. But they got to study for that long to know. So on the way there, they don't fucking know. That's why they be every other form of authority until then, doing all the wrong shit, dumb shit, doing the shit wrong too. Just like us. Trying to get money, trying to get free, trying to get happy, doing all the shit the wrong way. Until you get to the knowledge of yourself, and then you be like, oh. So me being old, I'm just want to tell the young, like, don't go the dummy way. Don't go the way that the 10% is telling you where it's like instant gratification. Nah, this shit take discipline. But you can do it in anything, bro. If you 10 years old and you put your hands in the dirt now, by 2030, you a fucking master god and you're making $2,000 a consultation guaranteed.
Factual.
If whatever it is that keep you up until 4 in the morning studying that shit, you could be the best at it. Man, a lot of young people right now, man, if they was fucking making porn instead of watching porn, they'd be getting money. Bro, you like porn so much that you up until 4 in the morning making that shit, watching that shit. I ain't saying be in it, motherfucking produce the shit. And that's what people be like, damn, Supreme, that's not righteous. Of course it's not. Neither is selling drugs, neither is scamming, neither is a whole lot of shit. Neither is working for a motherfucking prison as a CO.
Oh, Lord.
Cut it out.
Oh, Lord.
Neither is being a motherfucking Marine and going to shoot up in Iraq.
Yo.
You feel me? Neither is working for the fucking school system and pushing the motherfucking...
I knew it was coming.
Pushing kids through grades and they don't know how to read,
You
bro.
100% right,
Man, they used to harass me. I used to get written up. And this is why everybody know the righteous is with me. Because everybody that's righteous and not an NPC has been written up for breaking all these rules and regulations. all the rules and regulations I just named, these are the ones that's been in them fields and they don't feel attacked. They're not the attack teacher. You're a teacher, you're not attacked. I'm a teacher, I don't feel attacked. And I know because I got written up for bucking the system, so I know the system is Yaqub's system. Yaqub got hella houses. Prison house, medical house, school house, whole house. He got a whole lot of houses. So if you're going to be working up in that motherfucking house, at least have a get out plan.
Do good, yeah, get up out of there.
You could do good when you get out unless the shit make you bad. Shit might make you bad. You might not have enough internal composure to stay good. You might need to get out immediately. That's why, then again, if you wonder, why this motherfucker homeless? He might have been an engineer making bombs for fucking Lockheed Martin. And he quit. Now he just want to be on the street.
Because it was evil.
Right. You could be motherfucking bringing your children around and having tutor them in fucking physics. Just right under the underpass. Give him a few dollars of food, motherfucker. He gonna walk them through the science of centripetal motion, you know? But you don't look at it like that. I do though. My man that walked up, you immediately, what you do? What you got going on? Can you bring us some rocks? Bruh, I ask everybody, can you bring us some rocks? Because do you know there's people that would say no? But there's train tracks right there and there's a motherfucking 1,000 rocks. If
right
a motherfucker want to say yes, they can. So anybody that want to do right and want to be in the kingdom of heaven, you can. It's just a choice to not go along with the NPC bullshit. And the NPC just means you a non-playable character because the game playing you. The game playing you. You just doing too much off your program. Like a program motherfucker will get mad at this shit. They program to. A program motherfucker so far gone, they gonna be like, they gonna find something else to be like, this motherfucker got an empty teacup the whole damn talk. Hell yes I do. And it's a smart motherfucker to see it, but it's an angry motherfucker to say it. Cause I'll see it too, but my decision from that point be like, did this make me want to learn or did it make me want to cope? See, whenever you get hit with something to contradict what you on, I learned it from somebody else, and then one of my sisters passed it on to me. Like, I didn't even know who said it. My sister learned it, she passed it on to me, so I passed it on here. You either learn or cope. If I learned that there's a world of people that made the most out of their shortcomings or setbacks, and in fact turned them trashes into treasures. Learn people took their disadvantages, their problems. Like, look at the way I talk. This is because of who I came up around. Yes, I can talk like a school teacher too, but it's a challenge for me. So for me to be able to talk like this in a meeting with the city management at Forest Park, that's exciting, bro. That means I've grown to where it's like my professional abilities and what I can explain transcends even how I'm saying it. Even though I've learned how to say it better, but now I can be free. So it's like, I want this to be proof, like, yo, no, like, I got a video on YouTube, you might have seen it, no more talking white. That was 10 years ago, bro. I made that commitment 10 years ago because I felt like I shouldn't have to talk white to make moves in this world. Especially, that was before I quit working for Atlanta Public Schools. So imagine even after I quit working for APS, I'm still struggling with how do I talk and how do I present in these meetings. So I still go through it, so I know you do, I know you do.
Bro, you speaking to me, that's
This is why you have to be comfortable saying, fuck that shit. Don't be scared. And see, the old head might be the old head in you that's killing the inner child in you that really is free, that really saying fuck that shit too. Because a lot of the bourgeoisie come about from an old motherfucker trying to do what they imagine is, like they doing like this, wearing a costume, this is how I think you're supposed to act when you're middle class, like, yo. And then they get their outlets by smoking cigars, because they really know they want to smoke a big blunt.
Ooh, I see some faces in my head.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, I see some faces in my
Yeah,
head.
they ride big trucks because, you know, they really want to ride a horse. And some of them get to the point where they want to ride a horse. But some of them want to just ride a Harley. Some of them want to ride a dirt bike. Everybody should be able to keep going and keep growing, and that's why the challenge is don't cope. Learn and grow. Whatever that shit said you don't want to do, like, damn, this man make me aggravated. I'm like, yo, I got my brother Divine, who I bring up, he got to the knowledge itself because he came to a community event where the 5% was teaching, and I was up there teaching, this in like 1998. I'm teaching on the history of Halloween and holidays, and I quote Isha Kamusa Barashango. And he sat there and he's like, man, if this Indian motherfucker, I didn't even know it was Bengali at the time. He said, if this Indian motherfucker know more about black people than I do, ain't no fucking way. I refuse. I refuse. I gotta learn this shit. So he went and got his lesson. Because he wasn't about to let me stand him up. And that's beautiful because, you know, like, I'm not one that took, like, cultural appropriation is fucked up, not for the cultural part, for the appropriation part. Nobody mad at cultural sharing.
Nah.
Nobody mad at cultural festival.
Never.
Cultural, what's that shit? Renaissance? Cool. Cultural community.
Cool.
Cultural networking. Cultural trade. Cultural appropriation is a code word for theft.
Stealing it.
That means you ain't giving nothing back. That would mean like I learned how to talk like this and then I went to go talk to white people. Or I learned all this deep shit and then I went to go talk about space aliens to hippie white people. And then when the white people stopped paying for me or they stopped fucking with me, then I came back to black people.
Yeah, then you'll be fraud.
But people do this shit because they don't think about that we could see you. And even if we couldn't see you, it's an audience of one. Because Allah is one. God is one. So at the end of the day, what do you come home to? You. Right.
Dr. Supreme, I got one last question, man.
I'm still holding like
Hey man, ain't shit in there, but it's all good. It's all good.
Hey man.
But
There
it's
is
something in
something in here.
Is
There
half
is.
empty, half full, my
Look,
dog?
see?
It is.
See? That's how the tea
Nah.
bag works. It'll slowly drip out a little drop of tea.
It's been a Morpheus Matrix lesson all fucking day.
A lesson in
dog.
breatharianism.
But no man, I got this one question, man. So at this point, we're going into the new year real soon.
Are
What's
we?
the best of it?
No.
Yeah.
We're going into the fiscal new year, sir.
Oh, man.
Fiscal. We ain't going into my
Fiscal.
new year. My new year don't come for months. Right now, I'm about mid-year. I'm mid-year right now.
I read something like this. The calendar was different.
Yeah, man. Science itself, man. It's in the books.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with the fiscal new year and the 85%ers information of the new year.
That sounds so terrible. It
It
sounds like we
does,
just call
man.
them cattle. Just call it the people.
I mean, the people. Shit, just ain't they synonymous with? Shit, I'm a part of it too. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Disrespecting yourself, man.
hey, okay. With the people thinking about 2024 on the horizon. What advice can you give to them with all the hysteria about the political landscape, the climate landscape, all that stuff? Like, what advice would you give people if you could give them one thing?
I think you brought it up with the way you said it, because you don't got to become the 5%. You don't even got to walk all the way into the knowledge of yourself and science, everything in life, and love, peace, and happiness. The duty of a civilized person is to teach he who is savage, civilization, righteousness, and then all those things. So, if we can just get everybody to agree on the principles of civilization, which means one having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and it's not a savage in pursuit of happiness. And I said it fast, but it's really just you having all those things, but not being a savage in pursuit of happiness don't mean don't get happiness. It means don't be a savage in pursuit of it. And a savage is one who has lost the knowledge of themselves and is living a beast way of life. And a beast is one who lives in the jungle and is not acting like they're adapting to the jungle, like living a jungle way of life, but they become a beast in the jungle. Like they become a part of the environment, the NPC. They become programmed by the environment, a product of the environment. And so the goal is just don't be a product, be the producer. See, in multiplication, when your parents multiplied, they did what the Bible told them to do. They did. Your parents did the right thing. They was fruitful and multiplied. Now, everybody that ain't being fruitful and multiplying, they still have the opportunity to do so by empowering the community, empowering people. But those that don't care about nobody else, they don't deserve no wings. They don't deserve no blessings. Those are the people that go to hell. They're already in hell because they don't care about people. That's what put them in hell. See, the moment you stop caring about people, that's hell is for you. Every book tell you that, right?
Right.
But people think they're gonna get it after they die, and then they confuse because the hell is right here on earth. So is heaven. It's just a state. It's a state of energy. So you can't imagine what happened to you after you die because nobody's ever come back from death to tell us. So all we know is living, and in living we know plenty about heaven and hell right here. So if heaven and hell are these states of being that are not physical with the physical eye, then they must be states of energy. They must be states of how you feel, because the world of feelings is an unseen world. That's the world where our ancestors lived, in the world of feelings. Ain't nobody dead. They just in the world of feelings. That's the essence. Because the essence is what you feel. You feel the essence of it. I feel my wife breeze. I feel her in the butterflies. I feel her in the morning dew. I can feel it. I can feel when she pleased, man. It's just because I know what she be pleased by, because I know the essence of her. You gotta know the essence of your loved ones to know what they would be pleased by. None of them is pleased by salty tears, I'll tell you that much. Nobody like that. That's what I'm saying. What you gonna pour into them? Tears? You know what I mean? You only got so many things you can pour. Tear, urine, and nut. Blood.
Word.
What? So I'm saying, who is the pouring? That's why every time I say pouring, you saw my face. You play it back. You'll notice my face get big every time you say pouring because it sounded suggestive and creepy. It sounded, because remember, I went to a Jesuit school. Bruh, I barely escaped the pedophiles, bro. Like, shout out to everybody. No, for real. Much love to everybody who has been through hell of every sort. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm saying I was in Boy Scouts too. And let me tell you, as a little dirty hood Bengali boy, I had such low self-esteem and such hatred for white people because all the white kids would get invited to the scout leader's house. Never me. All the white kids would get invited to Father Fredrickson's fucking house at school while I'm a freshman. I'm like, how these freshmen getting invited to the sleepover, to the party, to the fucking pizza party? They was having pizza parties. I never got invited to a pizza party. I'm like, they fucking racist. That's how I got racist. I was more racist because of all the shit I got left out of. Now that I'm older, I realize I dodged a fucking bullet. I'm glad I was this complexion, boy. They took the light skin ones. My hair was too coarse, too curly. If you was wavy, don't put God in that.
Look at God.
He just cursed the other ones?
Oh, Lord.
God damn, he cursed the biracials?
Oh, you're right.
Oh, have mercy for them, man.
Oh, man.
They are recovered right now. Shout out to you, sir or ma'am, or whatever life has. That's what you're gonna get banned from me right there. What I just said. That was not funny.
I didn't even laugh, bro.
Did you hear what I said though? No, see, you missed it.
What did you say? Oh no, y'all. What did you say?
I said they turned into a sir or a madam as a result of that.
Oh yeah, you about to be up out of
Yeah.
here now. Let me blur my face. What you said.
You can edit it out. You can. You're not going to, are you? Okay. Comedy.
Dr. Supreme.
No, but really, seriously.
Seriously.
Let's stop sexual abuse.
Really seriously, 100%. Dr. Supreme, bro, I appreciate you.
Is that what we gonna end on?
No, oh, dang it. That is what. Yo, Dr. Supreme, show love to the people that are poor.
Yo, you know what? I've actually had like gay people be like, yo, man, I thought you was homophobic, man. You actually on our side, like on the side.
I have seen videos made about that.
Yo, cause no, I've had people really be like, yo, wait, so you actually are the one that don't want us to be kidnapped, trafficked, and fucking cut into pieces.
Correct.
Oh, and I'm like, yeah, why ain't your leader speaking to that? And they're like, so if your hateful ass, your rude ass, your mean ass, you know, they say it with gestures and shit, you know what I mean? They got fucking sachets and flambés in there. They be like, but you actually give a fuck. And I'm like, cause you're a fucking human being and cause you're my family, man. I'm old enough now to where I have gay nephews. You get what I'm saying? Like, bruh, if you get to exactly, you gonna get to that. Like, we not really hateful, bruh. Like, that's not what we on. Like, if you, like, the hateful people, they weird, bro. Cause sometimes they be having little secrets.
You already know.
They be having little secrets. But anybody's really a family, man, we not like that, man. Like, who the fuck you think is gonna come around my eldest daughter and be around her and the baby and all that? Like, just goo-goo gagas. Like, it's gonna be an occasional gay boy that's out to friends. I don't give a fuck. I treat them like a human being. That, cause he is a human fucking being.
He is a human being.
Right. You a middle school teacher. You got kids that showing little ways. They being influenced already. So they think, and in middle school, they just trying to figure out how to be an adult anyway. So they gonna go extra. So you really have to have more compassion.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I know, like, these my type of people, bro. Like, I fuck with people that work in the prison, work in the homeless shelter, work in the domestic violence shelter. Ain't they dealing with people with substance abuse issues? They dealing with people with identity issues. They dealing with people that's been traumatized. That's why it's like, yo, I make the joke, but it's really because I can make these jokes with my people.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I can make them jokes around my people because they get me. And they'll joke back. And they'll be like, you know somebody touched your ass too, look. You know what I mean?
Man.
And I'll be like,
yeah, they on your head.
And I'll be like, yo, actually, you know what? When I was a baby, when I'll have a fucked up memory, that's why nobody can touch my inner thigh. Really, somebody fucked me when I was a baby. That's why I learned how to talk so fast. To say no. I remember being a baby, wanting to be like, bitch, no. No, don't fucking touch. They want to play with my little, because when you're a little baby and you know immigrants, they leave babies dressed all kind of way. They put you on girl clothes. They don't give a fuck. Immigrant parents do not give a fuck. They might have you naked around a family friend. You gotta watch these people. You immigrants too. You gotta realize they don't let the good ones come over on the boat, y'all. All the righteous revolutionaries gotta stay back home. They let over the widows. And sometimes the ones with degrees. Degreed people and widows. That's what they let them. Now all the immigrants off.
Oh man, you missed every group off. Successfully.
I'm one of all of you though. So if anything, I'm
educators,
talking shit about myself.
everybody, yo.
This is my parents I'm talking about. These are my people I'm talking about.
Dr. Supreme, you know, who would you want to thank for
all of them,
to you,
for
man.
all of y'all for loving me and understanding. Cause look, if my name is Supreme Understanding, it means that when I was young, I wanted to get it, and that was the greatest thing I wanted. I am supreme, you know, supreme victory, supreme justice, all optional names I could have looked at, but I wanted to get it because I was like, why is everybody so cruel to each other? Really, I make jokes because the only thing that can counter divine tragedy is divine comedy. See, when a person been wise and aware long enough, you can make jokes about certain shit. Everybody's really been seasoned in their sexuality, you can joke about that shit. If you're motherfucking new to this and just put on that motherfucking outfit when the shit got cool, even the old gays is looking at you like, honey, you ain't really doing this shit, get the fuck out of here. And they be cooler with me, because they know at the end of the day, once you've been on this planet long enough, you just want to see less babies hurt. That's it. Less hurt for the babies. Let's let the babies grow up free, happy.
Let them be free and happy, bro.
That's it. And you don't gotta have kids. You don't have no kids, but you care about kids, which is why you deserve heaven, bro. That's the dividing line, bro. That's why it's crazy that it's only gonna be 144,000 people that care. What? No, it's only that many that can care and follow through. See, because you can care and you can fail and then you can get bitter and you can quit. And that's a lot of people. If you ever quit, this is your reminder to get back on that horse. You're still living, man. You got plenty of years left on the planet. What could you do, man? Look at these butterflies just coming now, man. You could bring butterflies back to the hood. Or anything.
Honestly, bro, I feel like that was a beautiful segue, dog.
Yeah, I had to close it out with something positive.
You still got breath.
If you listen to all of me, you know what I mean? If you listen to me all the way through, I make sense. Now you snip me out of context,
God,
yo, you going viral on TikTok.
These sound clips.
Cut a few of these clips
crazy.
out.
Yes,
oh,
they
yeah.
are, bro.
Fuck, they gonna stop. But no, because then they gonna stop and see me at the garden. They gonna be like, yo, there he go. And they gonna fucking throw a rock instead of donate one.
Dr. Spring, how can they tap in with you? Matter of fact, before we get out of it, how can they tap in with you, man?
I'm gonna put everything in my website, supremeunderstanding.com. I'm gonna start blogging from there and posting videos. In fact, send me this, I'll post this there.
I will. And you heard what he said. He said he's gonna start blogging again, right?
Yeah.
So put the pressure on him, bro.
Yeah. So leave some comments under this video on YouTube to encourage me to be active in my website so I could actually have updates. I have 26 projects active right now. And I had to stop at 26 because there was no more letters of the alphabet, and I had to get, you know how you have plan A? I was like, I'm gonna stop at plan Z.
Drop something, fam.
Well,
Stop being an artist, bro. Stop being an artist.
That's one that everybody can participate in. If you're in the Forest Park area, you can drop by, drop off some plants, drop off some rocks, or show up on a Sunday and help us build it.
I'm up here now on a Sunday, man. With that being said, man, y'all pull up out here in Forest Park, man. Shout out to Dr. Supreme Understanding, man. And I can't wait to get you guys' thoughts on this, man. Peace.
Peace. This is good, man.
Well, he was